Hey there, it's Robin Raskin from the Virtual Events Group. I've been thinking a lot about virtual events and how they will continue in a hybrid world, so I've created a 5-part series to walk you through some of the changes we've seen during the pandemic and in the post-pandemic world. So let's just say this. During the pandemic, we all got the pandemic pass. We made great efforts to move everything we did from the real world to the virtual world. And every day we raised the bar so that having a meeting became an extraordinary engagement in the pandemic world. And we found out some really good things. A speaker will be really willing to participate because they don't have to travel. So the speakers that you were able to command during the pandemic were great. Sponsors, we learned how to work with them in new ways. They weren't going to sponsor a booth as much as they would sponsor an engagement. We learned that associations had to serve their audience better, and we learned that the bar continues to get higher. So to me, nobody said it better than Phil Libin. Phil created Evernote, but during the pandemic, almost as a joke at first, he created And he says some great things about why he created tools to make better virtual events. Take a listen.
I don't want to go back to live events. I want to go forward to much better events. I don't want to recreate meetings. It's the last thing I want to do. Meetings sucked. It's not like I liked meetings when I was having a lot of meetings. Why would I want to go back to meetings? But what winds up happening all the time is whenever there's a major change, the incumbent players, the people and the companies that are like the most successful, that have the best positions in the old reality, their natural move is to try to that reality. I don't want to go back to live events. I want to go forward to.
So Phil says it really well. Whenever there's a change, there are people that want to stay the same and hope it stays the same. We know that it's not going to stay the same. If you need more statistics, take a look at how people are spending their marketing dollars. They're spending them more on virtual events. Virtual events are predicted to grow over tenfold in the next 5 years. And a virtual strategy is absolutely critical to a company's success. So keep that in mind as we move on to the very complicated world of virtual events. This is a chart that Ben Hinman from Splash created for me to show me that everything on the right in blue is the pre-event things that you need to manage. Everything in the middle of the pie are things that need to integrate the pre-event and the post-event. And everything in the white is the event itself. So many things to think about. There are platforms that integrate everything at once, and then there are tools you can use to amplify any one of these parts. What we did at the Virtual Events Group to help you is review over 500 products, tools, and even services like production companies, so that you can make an informed decision whether you want to do a webinar, whether you want to do a chat, whether you want to do a trade show. We have a top 10 list of things that we think can cut right to the chase, but it's always changing. And you can see a couple of the top 10 things on our site right now. Next, we're going to look at the most important thing that you can think about, and that is social engagement. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere.